Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. You know what it is. You know what's good. It's Intellect with the UFC 204 fight recap. Let me recap these fights. Y'all can see my predictions in the last video and see which ones I got right and I got wrong. So let's get it. First fight, I got it right. Struve beat dude whose last name I cannot pronounce for the life of me. That was newcomer, solid newcomer, undefeated newcomer, but had only fought other unknown fighters. Struve got him in a slick darts choke. I think it was the second round. Pretty sure it was the second round. Not sure. Verify that on your own. Gosh. But yeah, it was a good fight. Struve controlled most of the fight. Did a good job. Now let's move on to a fight that I got wrong. Ovid St. Preux versus Jimmy Manuwa, and boy was I wrong about that one. Manuwa broke him down with superior boxing. I like how he switched levels from body to head. That's how he set up that overhand right that stopped him, or that initially rocked him before he dropped him when I think it was a left hook. Yeah, he dropped him with a left hook. It was a great fight. Went 2 rounds. Jimmy Manuwa is a fighter to look out for. He's a beast. Belfort versus Mousasi, a fight that I got right. But who didn't? Got nothing but love and respect for Vitor, but man, when your time is done, your time is done. Solid fighter. One of the few fights I could say he didn't quit. He fought to the very end, because sometimes once he gets mounted, he kind of like tends to give up. He didn't this time. He fought. He tried to fight as much as he can. He was just fighting a better fighter. Props to Mousasi. And now to the fight that I got wrong, but it's a very controversial fight, and that's Dan Hollywood Hendo Henderson versus Michael. I always get wins in England that I don't deserve. Bisping. I fucked that up, but I'm gonna keep that in there. I'm gonna say it again. Michael, I get decisions that I don't deserve in England. Bisping. He's a great fighter, but Hamill beat him, Silva beat him, and Hendo beat him. Let's break this down. All right. First round, 10-8 round. If you have a 10-9, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I guess. That's a 10-8 round. Hendo dropped him with that H-bomb and just rained elbows of death on him. Busted him up pretty bad. Second round, subjective round. Bisping controlled about the first 3 minutes. Then he got caught with the H-bomb, and then Hendo ended the round in Bisping's guard. Didn't really do much, but was on top and was controlling. So not only did he control the end of the round, he also dropped him and was close to finishing him. That's a 10-9 round for Hendo for me. So 10-8, 10-9, you can do the math. Third round, clearly a Michael Bisping round. He was more effective with his movement, landed cleaner strikes, and stayed away from the power. And he got that. Also forgot in the second round he landed a low blow before Hendo caught him with that H-bomb. And that's going to transition to round 4. Round 4 is a very hard round to judge. I gave it to Bisping, but this is a round you could give to Hendo, and I'm going to tell you why. Low blow obviously affected it, but that stoppage gave Hendo some time. Hendo only landed, I think, 4 or 5 less strikes, but his punches were more strong and did more damage and were more effective. But I gave Bisping that round. He won that round for me, so it's 2 rounds to 2, but 1 round for me is a 10-8 round. So that's why, at best case scenario, this fight should be a draw for Bisping. At worst case scenario, it should be Henderson winning for Bisping, if you're a Bisping fan or if you're Michael Bisping. If you're me or a Hendo fan or Henderson, opposite obviously. 5th round, this is why I think Henderson won this round. And this is the round that they gave to Bisping. And also the judging was pretty bad. I don't remember all the judging, but I know at least one judge had it every round other than the first round for Bisping, and that's just robbery. All right. It was a close round, but Henderson got a takedown, controlled him from his back for a minute. As far as he had Michael Bisping back, he landed clean shots, and Bisping outlanded him a little bit. But you also got to realize that most of those shots weren't as effective as Henderson's punches. And Henderson got the takedown late in the round, and he controlled a minute. So 4 minutes of that round, it's kind of close, but 1 minute is definite Henderson. Got to give that to Henderson. So even if you don't give the 5th round to Henderson, that should be a draw. And people want to talk about how damaged Michael Bisping's face looked, and even Henderson noted that, like, I wish the fight was judged on how you look afterwards. This is one thing I don't like about people who are fans, but as Dante from Dante's Boxing Nation would say, casual fans. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to judging. Effective striking is not just landing punches. Point punching is for amateur fighting and for karate fighting. For pro judging, it's what does more damage to the person, what is more likely to end the fight, what is more effective. Not what just lands cleaner, but what does more, what clearly hurts the other person more. And those were all Henderson punches. I mean, there was more than a few times that what's his name, Michael Bisping, landed great combinations, switch levels from body, how he did switch left kick, head kick. That was great, all great work. And he kind of looked like he wobbled Henderson at times, but he never really did. Wow, as far as like it was, that could have been viewed as also being off balance by catching the dude with a good combination. He really didn't bust up Henderson, and he didn't look like he damaged him the way Henderson clearly damaged him. And you also got to know he got the takedowns. So it's like, I don't know what the judges were seeing, and giving Michael Bisping that fight, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Henderson goes off, unfortunately, on a down note, on a controversial fight, which most people felt he won. And at worst, should have been a draw. But Michael Bisping is known to get bullshit judging decisions when it comes to being and fighting in England. Like Matt Hamill clearly robbed him. I mean, clearly got robbed by Michael Bisping. He clearly beat Michael Bisping. And it's not like this hasn't happened to Bisping when Bisping fought Rashad Evans. I'm a bigger Rashad Evans fan than I'm a Michael Bisping. But Bisping clearly won that fight, and he got robbed. So this is nothing about me disliking Michael Bisping. I'm a big fan of Michael Bisping. You know what I mean? When me and my homie Travis were actually watching sorry, I'm clapping my hands. When me and Travis were watching the fight, he's one of my good friends. When he knocked out Luke Rockhold, man, we were going ape shit. We wanted him to. I wanted him to win. He deserved the title. You know what I mean? For all the work he's put in. But he's gotten some bullshit decisions in England, and this is in the first. Anderson Silva is another fight that A, should have been stopped in the 3rd round, and B, Anderson clearly won that fight. I don't care what you say. If you honestly are going to tell me you would rather be Bisping than Silva at the end of that fight, you're a brave man. A stupid man, but a brave man. Or woman. Or whatever you prefer to call yourself. Human being. That's what I'll call you if I... You know what I'm saying? But, and as far as this Henderson fight, if you honestly are going to tell me that you would rather be Michael Bisping than you would be Henderson, you are on something. Because Henderson got on a plane and went home. Bisping did the press conference and went to the hospital. Enough said. Great event. Didn't get to see most of the earlier fights until later on, so that's why I didn't call them, and I didn't really know most of the fighters because there's just so many brand new fighters coming in the UFC like every day. It's like I can't keep up with this. I also keep up with Bellator. I also keep up with ONE FC, World Series fighting, so it's hard to to keep up with all these new names and whatnot. And then you got to go to Muay Thai fights. It's like in boxing, which I love to death. So yeah, this is my recap. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I'm sorry, pimpin'. It is what it is. This isn't for you. I'm just joking. Hopefully it is, and if it ain't, I'll try better next time. I don't know what to say, but yeah. Thank you for listening. And if you actually watch this, it's like all 2 or 3 of y'all, good looking out, pimpin' and pimpettes and all that wonderful stuff. Take care, be easy, have a beautiful day, live a beautiful life. Fuck the bullshit, you know what it is. It's Intellect, the one and only homie. I don't fuck with phonies. Y'all know what it is. I gets it in. Let's get it. Don't forget I'm a rapper. Deuces.